Why would you want to be just like anybody else when you could be your authentic self? Do you know how special you are? How powerful you are? You are truly amazing. You are a great person. Why do you compare yourself to everybody else all the time instead of cherishing who you are?
Girl, you pretty without makeup. Yeah. You know you pretty without makeup. Ma, you pretty without makeup. Mama, you pretty without makeup. These hoes can't fuck with you. These hoes can't fuck with you. These hoes can't fuck.
You gotta understand, everybody in this world has a different fingerprint. Everybody is different. So anybody that you look up to, you gotta stop blaming yourself for not being just like that person. You could be 10 times better than who they are if you just choose to believe in yourself. But one thing that I always learn about this world is that people look at everybody else and it's like, what do you bring to the table? What can you offer? That true authenticity and gift that you have is a blessing from God. Everybody in this world is different. Everybody got their own blessing, their own gift. Everybody is different in their own way, unique in their own way. Everybody's perspective on life is truly different. The way they might view something is different than how you might view it. Their perspective is just a whole complete different perspective on life. One thing about it is, it's like, what can you offer? What can you bring to this world? Okay? You gotta look at it like that. Don't look at it from that person is bringing this to the table. You gotta look at it from you. What can you bring to the table? Everybody's perspective is different. Everybody's story is different. Not everybody is wearing the same shoes. Everybody has different shoes that they're wearing. So their background, their history, their story is completely different from your story. Nobody will understand what you went through in life to get to where you needed to be today. And nobody will understand what it took that person to go through in life to get to where they need to be today. Nobody else is you. Nobody can compare to you. You are so different in your own way, and you just fail to see that. You just fail to believe that you are a true gift from God because you don't have people telling you that every day. I promise you are different. You stand out from the rest. It's just something about you that people just don't know. They just don't know, but you are just so special in your own way. And the fact that nobody else can understand what you've been through in life, that's why you cannot disrespect yourself like that by comparing yourself to other people, because you're disrespecting your own journey. Nobody know what it took for you to get through all of that. Nobody else is you and nobody else can be you. So cherish you. You need to value yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to be there for yourself. Just show up. That's all it is. You need to show up for yourself. Not just one time, but every single day. You need to stop losing that motivation and become disciplined. Show up for yourself. The same way you expect somebody else to show up for you, you need to cherish yourself, so you need to show up for yourself every day. You gotta understand, you need to find a reason why you live every day. Are you living for other people or are you living for yourself? Because the moment you start comparing yourself to somebody else because you want to be like them, you are disrespecting yourself. And you can't disrespect yourself. You are unique and you're different. You need to cherish your gift and apply that gift to your life. So many things in your life had to happen in order for you to get to where you need to be today. And you know why it's so beautiful? It's so beautiful because the journey is still going on. It's still not done. So before you look around and ask why that person is much further than you, you just gotta look back at what it took for you to get to where you needed to be before comparing yourself. Because at the end of the day, that is your legacy. That's what you are leaving behind. All of that work that you put in to get to where you need to be at today, all of that work that you put in had to happen, because you wouldn't even been where you are today if you didn't put in that work. If you didn't go through all of that stuff, you wouldn't have been where you were at today. To honor your family, you need to truly cherish yourself. You are uniquely made. You gotta be who you were born to be, who God created you to be. All all of the ups and downs, all of those trials and tribulations that it took for you to get to the next checkpoint. You need to honor that. I wouldn't want to be anybody else but myself, because I look at myself as a gift every single day, as a gift. A wonderfully made gift. And that's what you are. You are a wonderfully made gift. Every day you wake up, that's another chance given to keep going. Nobody else can compare to who you are. Anybody who is much further than you in life, you don't know what it took for them to get to that point in their life. You don't know what bad experiences they had to go through to get to where they are in life. How many L's they took. How many people talked down on them every single day. How many failures they had. How many people they lost. It's deeper than what it is. But when you look at somebody and they're smiling and they're happy and they're at a point in their life where they made it, they had to be their authentic selves. They couldn't choose to be anybody else because they were not put in no position to be somebody else. They had to be themselves in order to be where they are. And that's what you're failing to realize. When you are yourself, what was made for you is gonna always be for you because you are your authentic self. But when you choose to be somebody else, you're not going to unlock those checkpoints, open those new doors that were made for you if you're not going to put yourself in your own shoes. Everybody's shoe size is different. Don't try to fit your feet into somebody else's shoe size because their shoes clearly don't fit you. You need to wear your own size. That's why it's your size for a reason. If you wear size 6, why would you want to wear size 11? That's not your size. Go back to your size and wear it. You gotta understand, why would you want to copy somebody else's story? That's their story, not yours. A lot of people choose to not love themselves, love their lifestyle, because they don't choose to be themselves. They choose to want to be somebody else. And they try to live a false image. You have to understand where you are at and appreciate it, because if you appreciate your own ups and downs, that's how you're going to truly be happy when you get to where you need to be. To be more authentic, you got to be grateful for what you have. And eventually, when you do receive more, you're going to appreciate even more because you are being grateful. Being grateful for where you are at right now is going to make you want more because you're grateful for what you have. So when you receive more, now it's a different feeling because it's like, wow, I had what I had, but now I got more now. It's going to be such a different feeling. If you are your authentic self by 2025 and you focus on yourself, you focus on your own journey, you create your own story, I promise you your life will be so different because nobody else can compare to you. You are what makes you you. And what you choose to do every day is what's creating that future for you. You are just different. And that's why everybody do look at you a certain way, because they just can't believe how different you are. You are wonderfully made. In God's eyes, you are wonderfully made. And that's why other people flee from you, because you just stand out so much. When you and another person don't align, it's because that person do not fit in with your lifestyle. They do not fit in. But when you realize that you and somebody else actually make a match, that person is supposed to be around you. That person is supposed to be in your life because you guys align with each other. But the ones who flee from you, the ones who talk down on you, the ones who don't understand you, they're not meant to be in your life forever because they don't understand your story. They don't understand why you're going through what you're going through. Sometimes when you go through something bad, it always has a beautiful ending. It's always a rainbow at the end. So when it's raining, just understand it's not going to rain forever. The rainbow has to come out somehow. And that's what your story is. Those bad experiences, that's the rain. But once you get past the rain, the storm, for that rainbow to come out, that is the beautiful ending. So remember, be your authentic self, because when you are your authentic self, you are exactly where you need to be. When you have no gratitude and you don't appreciate what you went through in life, all those ups and downs, and you run away from all of those issues you had to face in your life, that's when you are not your authentic self, because that's exactly what's going to create you to be you. That experience, that bad experience that you look down on so bad where you felt like, okay, I can't get myself out of this. That bad experience had to happen so that you could be perfectly made to who you are now. And that's why you can't look past that. That's why you got to appreciate it with gratitude, that I'm glad I went through this. Because how can you open your eyes to understand what had to happen in order for you to be you today? You gotta look at how far you came. You came a long way. And you know, you gotta be appreciative of that. You gotta clap sometimes. You gotta be happy. You gotta celebrate. I made it this far. Like, wow, I really made it. That's what makes you special. That's what makes you different, unique in your own way. When you face what you go through, now you have a whole different perspective on life because you faced it. I'm somebody who never looked down on my experiences because my experiences is what made me who I am today. When I go through it and I feel those emotions and I understand myself, and even if I don't understand why something happened, I understand that I had to go through it anyways because that bad experience is what made me who I am today. Your story could be so life uplifting to somebody else. So when you tell your story to somebody else, that's what makes you special. That's what makes them look at you differently because they're gonna ask themselves, how did you get through it? You didn't run from nothing. You just faced it like a boss that you are. And when you told your story, not a tear came from your eye. That's what made you you. All of those experiences, that's what made you you. And you gotta be proud of yourself, really proud of yourself. All those bad experiences, all the people who left you, everything that you had to go through, all the suffering that you had to go through, all these experiences you had, all those ups and downs, all the people who came into your life or left, regardless of you liking what happened to you or not, that's why you're you today. Anything that you involve yourself with your whole life, whether that's what you like to do, what you like to watch, who you like to hang out with, and what you choose to do every single day. All of these different things is what created you to be you. So why would you want to run from that? Why would you want to be anything else but yourself if this is what you like? This is how your life became. If this is how you were raised. No one else can tell you how to live your life but you because you went through these experiences. You felt all this pain. You felt all this happiness. You felt these different emotions that you can't explain to nobody else but God. How can somebody else tell you how to live? How can somebody else tell you that you're not being your authentic self? Nobody can tell you that. And that's what makes you special because you understand it. And just because somebody else don't understand it doesn't mean that you need to choose to be who they want you to be. If you don't appreciate these experiences, the way you were raised, the stuff that you learned, the L's that you took, how can you understand yourself to the point where you can actually tap into your subconscious mind to tell yourself how you want to change a few things in your life, what you want to change about yourself if you don't live your authentic life? Some people do not like themselves. They don't like how they live. They don't like their story. And the reason why they don't like their story is because they don't choose to be them authentic selves. How can you enjoy your life and live the life how you want to if you're not choosing to be your authentic self? You need to do things that you like, things that you enjoy. That's the only way anything will change is if you actually tap in to what you enjoy doing. And when you focus on that the most, that's when you're gonna find true happiness. But instead, if you don't tap into what you like, you're gonna experience feeling sad, depressed. And how can you change that if you don't try to, make yourself happy? You are the character of your life, so you need to build experiences that you like. You need to learn about yourself. And the only way to learn about yourself is by spending time with yourself. When you spend so much time with yourself, you discover so many different things that you thought you probably wouldn't like, but you ended up liking it because you spent time with yourself. Becoming a product of who you need to be. Being yourself also draws you to the right people too. And guess what? When you attract the wrong crowd, what they tell you, they judge you, right? So guess what? Imagine you don't like doing something, but you do it because you want to be seen as cool or you want people to like you. That's how you're going to live a miserable life because you're living to please somebody else. And when you actually do things that you enjoy, you're going to attract the right people. Now, when the right people come and bond with you, you're going to be more happy. And imagine being more happy than not being happy at all because you choose to live a forced lifestyle. Do you like living a forced lifestyle? I understand you don't. So you got to change yourself and be your authentic self. To become the person that you would like to be, you need to acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge the experiences and the things that you've been through first. You've been suppressing yourself, and you gotta understand, you cannot suppress yourself to like other people. What other people show you is the best moments that they're living. People are not gonna show you their bad moments, the L's that they took. They're gonna show you what looks perfect in another person's eyes. They're not gonna show you, oh yeah, I did all of this. But the reason why you like that person so much is because they're not showing you the bad experiences, the bad things they had to go through, the bad moments they had experienced. They're showing you the best moment of their life, and that's why you like them so much. That person had to build those moments to become who they are, to show you that. What a lot of people fail to realize is people are not gonna show you their authentic selves, because what they show you is what they choose to show you on social media. That's what they choose to show you. But when you actually are your authentic self and you do things as you please, you're not gonna care how people view you, the L's that you take. You're gonna show it all. You're not gonna care. But when you really care, you're gonna show people the good side of you and not the bad side of you. What made you become this person? That's what you gotta show people. How did you become this person? And when they see how you bloomed into this nice, beautiful person that you are today, that's what people want to see. That's what makes people view life differently, when they see how I became so beautiful. So you can't choose to try to be somebody who's not original, who's not themselves. Because remember, they had to go through something to become that. And you don't know that story. You only know your own story. To be authentic, you have to be accepted of who you are. You need to accept yourself. Because when you don't accept yourself, you're gonna keep questioning yourself. Why? Why does this keep happening to me? Why is my life like this? Why do I feel like this? You're gonna keep questioning yourself because you're not your authentic self. You don't understand yourself. And the worst part of it all is when you do not understand yourself, because you're just gonna take anything from anybody. Anybody could push you over because you don't understand yourself, because you're living a fake lifestyle. That's how you're gonna discover your hidden gift, is when you are yourself. And deep down inside, that's where your hidden gift is hidden. It's inside, it's right here. You just gotta take it out. You gotta discover that hidden gift. But when you try to be something that you're not, you can't experience it, you can't see it. But it's there. It's like in life, it's so many different things that we cannot see, but it's there. It's like the future is there. You can't see your future. You know how many people say that they're gonna do something and they're gonna be like this, and then it happens, right? Because they created that for their future. They knew it was there before it happened, and that's why they took action. The same thing goes with your life. When you've been through something, you know, in life, it's so many different things that happen where you cannot control it, but what you can control is your actions. What you can control is what you do, Your actions is what takes place for you to do the things that you do every day. You can control your actions because you're the main character. So when you control what you do, it might change how you feel. And when it changes how you feel, that's when you're gonna start living differently. You're gonna start living differently because you feel a certain way. So when you feel bad, ask yourself this: when do you ever make good decisions? You don't make good decisions because you don't like yourself. But when you feel good, you make the best decisions because you feel good. So how can I feel good? What will make me feel good? What will make you feel good is by being yourself, being your authentic self, not caring about what people think. So I gotta change what I do every morning. I gotta change who I hang with. I gotta start doing things that I like. That's how you become your authentic self. Somebody else doesn't like you, fine. Okay, the ones that do like you are eventually gonna come around because you're so happy doing what you love. And that's how you create an authentic lifestyle. When you attract the right people, when you just let what's for you become yours. So if I know how I want my future to be, I'm gonna tell myself that it's already mine, and I'm gonna make sure it happens. That's just how you gotta live. You gotta know it's yours. Any life that somebody else is living, remember, they're showing you the best parts of their life. But remember, they have a whole story behind it too. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. that'll be the end of this video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It's your girl Nene, and I am out the building, and we are gone.